Well, Tim and Johnny, I have seen you very surprised with the journalist that just came. He was trying to shave something according to the theme of the film. Are you always surprised in movies like that people can ask you all sorts of weird questions?
Yes.
Yeah, but we supply equally weird answers, so it evens out.
Well, you know, it's a movie that's got a very imaginative streak, and it's totally a universe that you can both dive into with a lot of imagination, I guess. Tell us a little bit more about how that is.
Well, I mean, you know, it all stems from the original musical, which I saw many years ago and loved, because I'd never really seen anything like it, and that's why I think the reason we wanted to do it is that it just felt like new territory. And you know, I worked with Johnny so many times, and this time it just went to a whole level, you know, with the singing aspect of it, and to see him try new things like that is always, you know, very exciting for me.
Absolutely. Well, you know, about the singing, it does make your acting job much more diversified and longer and a bit more of a headache. Is it enjoyable in the sense that you're trying something new, but you don't know what you're...
Well, that's part. Yeah, that's really a big part of it.
Are you saying his singing gives you a headache? Was that
No. I'm saying the fact that he was gonna sing was gonna be a headache, not...
It's been a headache for a lot of people, I think, probably. And
well, the weather stayed put, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, part of it was the great challenge, you know, to sing, to you know, to try and convey the character's emotions, thoughts, and stuff like that through song. It's, you know, certainly nothing I've ever done. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, that was quite enjoyable, and also the universe of the film is something that is inherent to the movie. The props, the cinematography, everything. So how much does that, you know, add to the pleasure?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, it goes back to the music. The music informed everything, and that's what was great, you know. It's like having music on the set. Just, it helped with the design of the set, the lighting, the way the actors moved, the camera moves, the shot. So it put everybody, you know, actors, myself, the crew in the same zone. And that was very exciting and a new experience.
Well, talking about exciting, I saw those razor blades in the movie and I thought, how cool. How's it for you, you know, to discover the props that are, you know, all made to make your job as an actor even more diversified?
The props were unbelievably beautiful. But every like Tim was saying, every single aspect of it was a real pleasure. The razors were like these beautiful, elegant, but yet very dangerous props. The wardrobe, the costumes of Colleen Atwood, which, you know, helped you, again, you know, another level of finding the character. Being in the sets of Dante Ferretti's sets, the light of Dariusz Wolski was, you know, every element sort of brought you in closer to the center of the character, you know.
Yeah, so to talk about closest, you guys have worked together several times, but in a very eclectic way. It's never been the same project and it's never been the same imagination. At what time did you feel that you were very much in tune with each other's works?
Well, for me, it was for Edward Scissorhands the first time I met. I mean, you know, I just felt immediately connected, and you know, that's a rare feeling, you know, when you don't even know somebody and you know that they're really right for something and that they're going to be great, and you know, that doesn't happen very often in life.
Absolutely.
It was instant. Instant. I mean, the second that we met for Edward Scissorhands, I still it was in a coffee shop in this hotel in Los Angeles, and I was, even though I was convinced I wasn't going to get the job, you know, be hired to play the role, I felt an instant connection and a kind of, you know, an understanding, you know. I felt we had a connection.
Well, last question. Do you ever wonder what goes through each other's minds?
No, because, you know, I think we both each, you know, we have problems probably with our own minds without thinking about anybody else's minds, you know. One tortured mind is enough to worry about, without worried about somebody else's tortured mind.
Do you agree, Johnny?
Yeah, oh yeah. No, you know, it's like, but the funny thing is, like, on set, you know, when we're working or whatever, there's a shorthand that is, it's not even that it's developed, it was kind of there already in the beginning, you know, back when we first did Edward Scissorhands. It was this kind of shorthand whereas Tim would, as far as what was going on in his mind, if he looks at me a certain way and kind of makes a hand gesture, and I would know exactly, somehow, what he meant for the scene. I would know what he wanted me to do in the scene. You know, it's a piece of direction.
Yeah, and it's fun to work that way because we don't like to be literal, and you know, because he, you know, is an artist, and I think all artists, you know, have to create their own thing. So, you know, there's a real pleasure in kind of working somewhat abstractly and cryptically, and you know, and let every artist sort of do their thing.